welcome back to Sensibly Frugal Living. Today I have a spend the day with me video. This was part of my annual leave. I had the half-term week off to spend with my kids, and my son wanted to go to a craft workshop at the local museum. Sorry if you can hear something bubbling in the background. I have tea cooking. I've got potatoes on the hob, and I'm trying to fit these voiceovers in when I can. So the museum had an Allantide craft. So Allantide is a Cornish festival that's also known as St Allan's Day or Allan Night. It marks the first day of winter and is traditionally celebrated as a feast on the 31st of October by the giving of Allan apples, which are shiny and red for luck. You could buy them at markets. It was basically the original Halloween until the American stuff sort of took over. Well, for Cornwall anyway. So it was nice to learn a little bit about this and for the kids to learn about it and do a craft about it, even if it's not celebrated really anymore. And the little apples they made were gorgeous. I think we might make some Christmas decorations like that. And my son wanted to look around the museum after. They have like different installments in this certain room, and he was quite fascinated with like the crab pots and lobster pots and who created them, and hearing stories from the people who created them and things like that. Every school holiday, the museum will put on some kind of kids' craft, and they know my son by name now. There's one lady who even knows what football team he supports, so she came right up to him and was like, I bet your house was happy because Manchester United won. So it's nice that, you know, they get to know the children and learn their names. She even asked after my daughter, who hasn't been to one of these craft things in years because she just doesn't want to now. She's nearly 15, like it doesn't interest her anymore. But when we do a crafty kids, we always have a look around. My son always goes to find the two-headed pig. Yep, they've got a pickled two-headed pig. Like, this is the Cornish Life Museum, so everything in there is Cornish, so it's really interesting. And just coincidentally, we were doing about the Allantide apples, and my dad dropped off all these cooking apples for me, a whole bag. There's actually 3 kg here. And I'm going to prep all these. I filmed that for another video, but I actually make an apple crumble in this video. But first off, we really wanted a takeaway. We can't afford takeaway at the moment, but we could afford to do a fakeaway. So spending a little bit more than we would usually for a budget meal, but it's a lot cheaper than a takeaway. We're having smash burgers, and my husband is the burger king. He cooks these to perfection, so when he's not working, this is when we will do the smash burgers. So we had burgers with cheese, salad and some spicy wedges, and it was lovely. Even better when I don't have to cook. But I did then do the apple crumble. So I used 500 grams of the cooking apples, and I just made the crumble myself with flour, cold butter and sugar, and I just coated the apples in a cinnamon and sugar mix, popped everything in the oven, and it was super sweet. I really overfaced myself with this, but it was yummy with clotted cream. And finally, on this day, just before bed, I only just remembered this. I wanted to make myself overnight oats. Nobody else was interested in them. They really didn't want them the next day, so I was like, fine, I'll make myself some. My family would much rather eat the oats warm in the morning, but that would be me cooking them, and in the mornings I don't particularly want to cook, especially at the moment because the clocks have gone back. So my son's been waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and the last thing I want to do is cook. I just need to sit and wake up a little bit, you know. So the overnight oats are perfect, and my son will eat them, my daughter will eat them too, but they just said no, and I was like, fine, more for me. So to do my overnight oats, I've done a short on this before. I do oats, chia seeds, black seeds, milk. I use the last of the honey. You can use anything you want really, any sort of sweetener you've got. And I use frozen strawberries on the top. There's just a few left in the freezer, so I just pop them right on, and they do make it taste lovely. I love it. And if I eat this, I do notice that I'm not feeling peckish in the morning. Like, I go right until dinner and I'm full. I hope you've enjoyed this video. When it's half term and I've got the kids at home and I'm off work, it's hard for me to film anything other than what we are doing. So a spend the day with me type video is basically the best I can do. And some of the other videos have been pre-recorded, but these types of videos, what I'm doing is my real life, and I hope you enjoy watching it. And if you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Catch you next time.